Okay, we're going to revisit the examples, and I will highlight the specific examples that use the S rule that you've just learned. Okay, so here, going back to mange de la salade, so the S rule says for ER verbs in affirmative, you would keep the S. If you're talking to somebody like Mathieu or any single subject where you'd use tu, the tu form of an ER verb. Okay, so the first one should be mange un, and there should be an S there. Mange un Mathieu. Okay, and you use un because you're replacing de la salade, which means some salad. It's a quantity. And in the second case, if we're talking to Monsieur, you'd use vous, and then you are putting the imperative and the pronoun in negative form. So it should be non mangez pas Monsieur. Okay, the second example is écrire deux lettres. Deux lettres, you know that you need to replace with un because it's a quantity. So the sentence is write 2 letters. You want to talk to Sylvie and tell her that. So the S rule doesn't really apply here because it's not an ER verb at all. So you just basically revisit the ending for RE verbs, which is S for il or L. So it should be écrit en Sylvie. Écrit en deux. Oh, this should be Sylvie. Okay, and then in negative, you're talking to your friends. So you're saying using the subject pronoun vous. And so then you would basically write this in negative. So it'd be non écrivez pas deux. Okay, and then goûter un peu au gâteau. So un peu is some, it's a quantity. And you're talking to Madame Christie, so it should be using vous. So it should be goûter un. Okay, and then secondly, you're talking to Adam here, so it's like you're talking to tu. And the answer is non goûte pas, and then the S rule comes back into play for negative. So you have to take the S off for tu again in the negative form of imperative plus pronoun. Okay, the next example, the third example is préparer des leçons. Okay, and you're talking to Alex, so it's tu. So you have to put the S in the command. So it should be prépare un Alex. And then for Julia, the S goes away, again, in negative form. So non prépare pas Julia. Okay, and then for the fourth example, servir une douzaine de sandwich. Servir is an irregular verb, and the imperative for that is the tu form of servir, which is ser, S-E-R-S. And then une douzaine de sandwich, it's a quantity, so this whole thing is replaced by en. So if you're telling Lindsay to serve them, as in serve the sandwiches, you would say ser un. Ser, S-E-R-S, hyphen un, Lindsay. Okay, au négatif, if you're telling Suzette et Georges, it would be vous. So you'd say non servez pas Suzette et Georges. This is extra. You don't have to know this for the test, but if you're planning to take French next year, you should know that if you're placing more than one object, there is an order. Okay, so here's some examples that you won't be tested on. If you're saying like don de l'argent à Marie, that's 2 pronouns. So you're replacing de l'argent, which is replaced with un, and à Marie, which is replaced with Louis. And if you look at the chart, Louis and Laure go before un. So if you were basically rewriting this, you would say donne Louis un. And then in negative, the same order would apply. So if you're saying ne me donne pas le livre, you see here me is ahead in the chart in the case of order before le. So then you would say ne me le donne pas. Okay, and then this is also extra. It won't come up on your test, but basically, whenever you have moi, this is a unique exception. So moi is followed by en or e, okay, and then it becomes M apostrophe. Okay, so here's an example. Donne-moi de l'argent, or if you have the case of donne de l'argent à moi, then if you were changing this to include the pronoun, you would replace moi with M apostrophe. So then it would be donne-moi. And de l'argent gets replaced with en. Au négatif, it's ne m'en donne pas. Example number 2, rencontre-moi au magasin becomes rencontre-me, okay, because moi, this means meet me at the store. Moi gets replaced with M apostrophe, it's a reflexive pronoun. And then au magasin gets replaced with y, it's a location. And then au négatif, it's ne m'y rencontre pas. Okay, thank you for listening, and make sure you complete all the homework by the end of the period, and then you have the rest of the period now to finish up your homework and finish up your ISU chapter questions. Right now, you should be coming towards the end, reaching closer to chapter 12. Okay, à lundi. Au revoir. Passez une bonne week-end.